Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be playing D10 Solo Illuminate, and I have a little bit of a challenge run. I am trying to play with pretty much only the grenade launcher. I am using the supply pack because one of the biggest issues with the grenade launcher is its ammo economy. That's kind of like what'll kill you, because you just don't have enough ammo. Now, I originally thought that this video was going to be like pretty boring because in my mind, Illuminate is the easiest faction, and it has been for quite a while. But you'll kind of see what happens. I'm going to talk more about my perceived difficulty of the different factions throughout this video. We spawn next to the fucking cognitive disruptor. It's the thing with the car right there. You can tell because it's one of the only tile sets that spawns with the car. I can tell by just looking at my map that I just zoomed in on the Siege SAM site and then the Siege artillery site as well. So I have a pretty good idea of where all of the side objectives are, because you can only have 4 on Illuminate. It's kind of strange, but I'm looking at Siege artillery, Siege SAM site. We have Purge Illuminate. You have to kill 50 overseers, and the cognitive disruptor. So we have all 4 easy to find. Now I thought this video was gonna be really boring. I thought it was gonna be like 20 minutes, quick and easy, get in, get out, whatever. Obviously you've seen the video length. It does not go that well. I still maintain that Illuminate are like, at this point I'm kind of just like picking up samples. I'm like, man, I need these for like DSS donations, because like in my mind I'm thinking, yo, this shit, freest game ever, whatever. I didn't really think about the fact that the grenade launcher versus flying enemies is not great, because you can't just like shoot the wall next to them. Like at this point I was literally killing those guys because like, oh, I need to make sure I kill enough people so I'm not wasting time at extract. Man, I didn't even need to worry about that, but whatever, you'll see. I decided to do artillery first. This objective just takes a long time if you're trying to do it under pressure. So I'm like, okay, let's try and get this done pretty quick, pretty easy. And then probably head to SAM site, main objective after that. That's the thought process. And like this isn't like, if you're wondering where Loadout is, it's literally just grenade launcher supply pack. I do not use any grenades. I do not intentionally fire any rounds from my primary or secondary. I brought a whole bunch of random shit just so that I make sure I don't do that. I brought smoke stratagems just in case I somehow accidentally fucking use that shit. This was good to know. Finding out that took 2 hits was good to know. I thought I would 1-hit it because I didn't really check HP pools beforehand, and I don't play on the Illuminate that often. But good to know that takes 2. Downside, I am realizing that, hey, killing the Watchers with a grenade launcher, especially at range, is probably not going to be very easy. It would be a lot nicer to have a hit scan weapon. Here I'm just killing this patrol because I see them and I'm like, you know, why not? It takes like 4 grenades maybe for all things said and done. Then I start heading towards the SAM site. This is like, I mean, I'm just knocking out the side objectives thinking, alright, easy day, let's get this done. Now, the Illuminate are the easiest faction in my mind, for a lot of reasons. One, they have very limited unit variety, so you don't need to bring like super specialized things for any edge cases. It's always going to be the same like 6 or 8 units. I don't really know how many there are, but it's low. And then I know like the official number is like 11 or 12 or somewhere around there, but that counts like warp ships, drop ships, the overship that you shoot down, and like those aren't actual units, and some of those are only available in cities like the Leviathans and etc. But there's no unit variety, so you can always plan for the same stuff. By the way, this whole like challenge run in general was kind of like proving just how good the grenade launcher was, using only the grenade launcher. And this is probably going to be the first in like a series of videos. We're probably gonna do 3, 1 for each faction, where I just use grenade launcher and supply pack only. We'll see how it works out. I haven't recorded all the other ones yet, but you know, I don't think it'll be that hard. Grenade launcher is really, really unbelievably good right now because it got increased to heavy pen, which honestly doesn't make a difference against the Illuminate. The highest armor you're going to meet on the Illuminate is medium pen. So realistically, it doesn't cause a difference. Now here's where like something kind of interesting. I saw the patrol spawn in, like next to me doing this objective. And that's a little strange, in my opinion at least, because that's really close. And then obviously I'm aggroing another patrol that just spawned in. I can't tell if I'm doing, like, it's because I'm doing this at the edge of the map, or if maybe the spawns have been tweaked at some point and I just never realized. Because, like, they're spawning really close. Yeah, I'm realizing now, like, trying to use the grenade launcher to kill that flying overseer kind of sucks. That was a sick shot, banking that into the guy. But yeah, like, it's just a whole bunch of patrols spawned. They didn't even call reinforcements. They just fucking just ran up on me with, like, 5 dudes. I'm like, what? When did this happen? And then this is where I realized that things are really not going to go well for the grenade launcher. I don't have an effective way to kill that guy very easily, and I dived the wrong way. Kind of a shame. I really should have, like, normally I'll do like a test run or two with a build just to make sure I'm not like missing anything obvious. I did not do that with this because I was like, well, it's a challenge run, might as well fucking figure it out on the fly. And I am realizing that the grenade launcher, while being very, very, very good, and still potentially able to just absolutely solo the game, it is a little arduous to use on this front. But I was making this specifically because I think that heavy pen was kind of too much, and it feels like grenade launcher is the best in slot weapon for every single front, at least in my opinion. I think this would go a lot easier, like, had I been able to use other things, because if I just could, like, whip out an AR and kill the fucking flying guys, and the watchers, like, grenade launcher still remains really, really good at taking out the small guys. It also remains really good against taking out flesh mobs, the grounded overseers, the hordes of Voteless. It's still good, like, don't get me wrong, but having to rely solely on it does not feel great. Here, nope, I cannot hit that thing. Saved my life. But I thought I was gonna be like walking through this and just kind of like fighting literally everything. But I'm starting to realize, I should dive. I'm starting to realize now that it might be a little hard to do that, because even when they don't call reinforcements, I'm just having patrols like spawn on my location. And maybe it's just because like it's been a while since I played Illuminate, but I don't think they used to do that. Maybe they always did, and I'm just like just now realizing it because I don't normally play Illuminate, and I obviously don't play Illuminate solo very often. But I don't know. My bad, Illuminate. I was unfamiliar with your game. Anyways, there's not a whole lot of like. Normally I talk about builds and like alternatives and shit, but if the challenge is that was nice. It's hard to do that. Obviously I'm going to get a lot of practice doing this challenge, but kind of is what it is. Yeah, the harvesters was one of the things I kind of worried about less. I did not really think about how good the grenade launcher was at breaking shields, unfortunately, as well. And the Illuminate, kind of known for them. Kind of just known for shields. Who knew, you know? Yeah, I don't know. This was like a really, really poorly planned challenge. And you'll be able to see, like, when it goes from, like, wow, this is, like, kind of difficult to start to, okay, I gotta, like, actually lock in and start playing, like, I need to, like, you'll see. I realize eventually that playing the way I am at the start, I'm not going to win. Because, like, right now, I'm literally just fighting everything, and I'm like, yeah, I'll just kill them all, because eventually we can just kill the watchers to ensure that there's no more reinforcements. I think it was right there, where that guy called reinforcements again, and there was no real way for me to fucking hit him up there. Like, yeah, I was kind of like, okay, I might be going about this the wrong way. But anyways, what Illuminate, low unit diversity, there's never any need for anti-tank. The highest armor you're going to run into is medium. So if you're running like the Adjudicator, you can kill literally anything. anything, anywhere. I mean, some things will take a while, like killing the fucking harvester with the adjudicator would probably not be super fun, but it's definitely doable. Yeah, I'm looking at this and I'm realizing, damn, maybe I gotta like actually fucking back up for a second and reevaluate how I'm approaching this, because that's a lot of Voteless. Which is, it does feel nice with a grenade launcher, I'm not gonna lie to you. But yeah, I'm like realizing I literally just can't stay here and fight this. Maybe I haven't realized it yet. I am kind of just staying and fighting. I realize it eventually. You'll see. Probably after I kill the harvester, maybe. Or after the harvester kills me. Wow, that was close. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I still would recommend the grenade launcher. I think it is probably best in slot for support weapons on this front. I think maybe you would have some competition with like Stalwart or normal machine gun. I mean, maybe even like heavy machine gun if you're someone who enjoys that weapon. But like this still does like really good work, and it would be complemented really well with like a marksman rifle to take out something with his scan that takes out the flying guys. I mean, ARs would probably be working even better because of blade plating. That was a great reason as to why no one plays this front. The flesh mob just walking right through that wall. Anyways, I'm excited for them to eventually get new units. I don't want them to be like disgustingly easy like they currently are. Kind of ironic that I'm saying this at that time, but you know, running downhill with the full force of the Illuminate fleet behind me, probably not the smartest idea. This also probably not the smartest idea. I really wanted to like Thermite him or something, even though I don't have it. I brought literally like absolute the worst like stuff I could find. Well, I guess the shield's not that bad, but I brought pretty bad primary and secondary to make sure that even if I felt like I was losing, I couldn't just like start using those and turn the tides. I wanted to make sure I was just kind of like committed to whatever. And I mean, it worked. Also, I feel like flesh mobs have been nerfed. Maybe I just haven't. I feel like I just haven't played this front in a long time, because that flesh mob, like running over me, I feel like a long time ago that shit would have killed me. And here it like barely scratched me. I was like, what? I don't know. I expected worse by a lot. I'm stimming to get my stamina back after the tremors, and because I know there's stims right there. This car, I was originally going to use this car to help clean up objectives like pretty quickly, but obviously that doesn't happen because I think just I'm overwhelmed by the amount of Illuminate over here, and it kind of kills the car at some point. I don't know when it kills the car. I'm assuming some point during this, but at some point I looked at my map and the icon for the car was gone. So this is one of the reasons I'm a light armor enthusiast. I can just outrun flesh mobs. He will never ever catch up to me. I mean, if you turn too tight, you will, but that's because you're actively slowing yourself down. I am trying to refill my supply backpack there. That's why I'm very greedy with the resupplies. I will say, if supply backpack did not give me stims as well, this challenge would be way harder. And I have to play way more. Like, see, he just like runs through me and like barely does any damage. I feel like that used to be like a death sentence, letting one get that close. It used to be like ragdoll into like bleeding to death immediately. And I guess I'm not complaining about it now, but it's a little weird. He feels kind of unimpactful. So here's another place where the grenade launcher struggles, as you guys might have already guessed. It's breaking the shield on the warp ships. It takes a lot of grenades to do that. Thankfully, it takes less than like a full mag, but it's still not great by any means. You'll see. I really should have like thought about this beforehand, but like I was like, whatever, squid front's the easiest front. I'll try and record that one probably first, so that I just like have the first one done. And then I got here and was like trying to play this, and I was like, damn, this is like kind of not great on this run actually. Or not, it's not that it's not great, it's just that it's like underwhelming compared to... See, again, this guy touches me. Like, he literally completes his charge into me. I don't get ragdolled, I barely take any damage. What? Like, the flesh mob's not even an enemy at that point. Like, what the hell? Nice. If you get good at that, I do think the grenade launcher feels a lot better. If you're able to consistently shoot those out of the sky with it. The reason I'm checking my menu is I'm looking for another resupply at some point. I'm trying to think of how we're doing. We did Seed, we did the SAM site, we did Cognitive Disruptor, so we have 6 more kills on our Purge Illuminate, and then we're done with all of our side objectives, and we're just waiting on me to finish up the ships. There's a lot of ships though, I'm gonna be real with you, so we'll see how long it takes me. And I still have main objective. I didn't even finish the main objective I was working on earlier. It's kind of sad. Like, there's just so many Voteless here. Like, what are we doing? That's a lot of Voteless. 24 kill streak, just fucking firing grenades. 27 kill streak, like that's a lot of Voteless. Oh well. So what else do I think? I'll go into it. The Illuminate, low enemy diversity. They only have 1 unit that can call in reinforcements, which makes them like very susceptible for you to just kill patrols super easily. I do think this would be kind of way more of a cakewalk, and I'd be done in like 20 minutes if I could use red stratagems, because I would absolutely just throw like a fucking orbital precision strike on this and call it a day. Or I would whip out my AR and break the shield way faster than I could in the grenade launcher. Or I would run like a mobility backpack so I don't have to use a grenade launcher constantly. Like this faction should be a cakewalk. It's just that there's like small challenges that make the grenade launcher feel a little less powerful than it would on like Bugs, which is the best performing faction for the grenade launcher. And that's because you're highly incentivized to kill the enemy before they get to you in Bugs, and the grenade launcher is fantastic at that specific task. But yeah, so I think the hardest faction is ironically the one that the grenade launcher performs best against, because Bugs are literally any enemy can call reinforcements on Bugs. Or not literally any enemy, there's the majority of them. I think Bile Titans can't, Chargers can't, and that's Triggers can't, Dragon Roaches can't, Hive Lord can't, but every other small enemy can. And when you see patrols that are filled with small enemies, you just kind of have to mentally accept that they are going to call in reinforcements. Here I'm doing something that I don't normally do. I'm calling my supply pack early. Or not early, but I'm calling it without dying. This is normally kind of stupid because you want to be able to like fully reset if you die in a bad place. But I called my resupply in a really bad place, and I was kind of worried about time at this point because the grenade launcher was feeling a lot weaker than I expected. The reason the grenade launcher struggles against flying enemies is because it's not hit scan. You have to shoot where the enemy is going to be. You cannot shoot where it is. Because if the enemy is moving too fast, the projectile will just miss, even if you had it on it when you fired. The other big thing is that a lot of the times the grenade launcher near misses like that, shooting right behind that guy, turn into hits because you have like a backboard that you're shooting on. Shooting against, like, this guy hits me and doesn't ragdoll me. Whatever. Flesh mobs have definitely been nerfed, and I don't know when this happened, and I don't know if I'm a fan of it, honestly. It's kind of, I don't know. I mean, people complain about them a lot. I just wish they would fix them phasing through walls, and I would be happy. But it kind of is what it is. I am really trying to get this last ship done, and wow, that's awesome. Out of ammo, last shot. Ooh, there we go. At least the shield didn't come back in time. I think bugs are the hardest because they like you cannot prevent them from calling for a for reinforcements. It's just like guaranteed every single time you meet a patrol, you're going to get a bug breach. Obviously, like sometimes you're like in a good enough position to kill everything. Like this flesh mob just fucking walked through the wall. I ping it because I'm like, yo, that's kind of crazy. Whatever. Light armor enthusiast, I can just outrun him every day. Yeah. I think bots are like, they're close to bugs, especially with their update, but a lot of the times it feels like more of a like perceived threat versus actual threat. Like every single bug that is like close to you is a threat, no matter how small. But against bots, I think that like a lot of the times people think they're really, really hard because there's a fuck ton of lasers going overhead. But in reality, like that shit's gonna miss you anyways. And if you have like any semblance of cover, you're like literally, you're 100% safe. Anyways, this is me justifying the fact that I play bugs all the time because I think it's the hardest faction. I think bots are like, they're not really like, they're not bad. I think they're good. I think they're well designed. I think they're good. I think it's healthy for the game to have two very different factions. It would be nice if the Illuminate had their own like identity to stand on, but they're very much like, they don't really have that yet just because their unit variety is really low. I think my favorite unit out of all of the Illuminate is the Stingray, the little ship that flies around. Or maybe they changed its name to Interloper? I don't remember. Whatever it's called now, Interloper or Stingray? Stingray. It was called Interloper when it was first added to the game, if you want a little piece of trivia. Also, I think my first time playing D10 was against the Illuminate, because I really picked up and started playing this game a lot during the Siege of Super Earth, when the Illuminate were really getting into it. This is smooth. That's a sexy way to do that. I'm finally circling back around to this objective. I started this objective with like 5 minutes into the game, and I'm just now getting back to it 22 minutes in. If you're wondering, I kind of peeled off from doing the objective that I was doing, or clearing the side that I was clearing, because I figured it was close enough to extract that I could do it at the end of the game, and I wanted to prioritize getting this done and heading to main objective to ensure I have enough time. But yeah, I think bugs are the hardest. I think bots are a close second. I think a lot of it's like very different terms, like kind of difficulty. You have to be more precise with bots just because of like how the faction's designed, which is good. I enjoy that. But in order to do that, they have to make the faction not kind of like, they have to make the faction manageable. So you have to have breathing room to be able to aim and like look and prioritize weak points. Whereas with bugs, it's just, it feels like no mercy. At least in solos. I guess it might be pretty different in like in full teams. I also think a big thing that happens is that people will have more difficulty with whatever they don't normally fight. So if you're like a bug diver the majority of the time and you switch to fighting bots, it's gonna suck because you're applying like bug fundamentals to the bot front, which doesn't work, and vice versa. So I have friends who like play bots like all the time. We switch to bugs and they're miserable. I have friends who play bugs all the time. We switch to bots and they're miserable. And I have people who don't really care what we play because they do MO all the time. But I mean, like, I feel like the term like bug diver and bot diver and like MO diver aren't really like, they're not really real. I feel like people kind of just play what they want to play when they play. And some people prefer one way or another, but I don't think it's as much as people assume. I think a lot of the times when people are complaining about like bug divers and shit, a good percentage of people are normally MO divers or just people who enjoy the game, but they had a lot of bot MOs recently. Or the most interesting plans to dive on right now are bug. And same thing with vice versa. Like people complain about bot divers, but I think it's just people playing the game how they want to play. Because like even me, like I would consider myself a bug diver. I think I have like 4 times the amount of bug kills compared to every other front. But the other thing is like you just kill bugs at a disproportionately high rate compared to like automatons. Like I think my recent Cyberstand video like 2 weeks ago. That one I had 700 kills, and I think that is my kill record for bots. And I think that's a low performing bug game, you know. But it's just kind of weird. I think a lot of people like criticize things and assume the worst for no reason in the community. But it kind of is what it is. I fumbled that so hard. I had so many chances to grab those supplies, and I just missed every single time. Yep. I forgot to point it out, but I definitely locked in a while ago where I was like, okay, I need to like start playing seriously, otherwise this shit's gonna suck. I think I have 2 more, like not nests. I forget what they're called for Illuminate camps, where the dropships are landed. 2 more of those, and I have main objective, and then that's it. And this is totally doable faster. I just didn't bring anything to do this faster. Like the grenade launcher is not very speedy for this, unfortunately. If I do continue this series and do like grenade launcher supply pack on every single front, I think it's going to shine the most on bugs, because that's where grenade launcher does work really, really well. And I think it might struggle a little bit on bots, similarly to this. Like I know it struggles against gunships. I know it. What else? I know it struggles a little bit against factory striders, but like ever since they made the changes to its penetration, it's remarkably better than it used to be. But it was still always really good. I don't really know why they buffed it. It seems like it kind of is best in slot. I think it is like literally the best like the best support stratagem for Devastators and like the normal bot troopers. Like it's really, really good. I think it struggles a little bit with Hulks, but like I feel like a lot of times you can like take care of that with other things. Wow, that's close. That might be my thumbnail. I need to start, like I'm trying to transition to using stills from the video. Man, I'm just sentencing these people to death. I didn't really think about this in the game, but I'm like, damn. It's kind of crazy. I'm just like hitting the button and be like, yep. Good luck, gentlemen. Godspeed. There is a warp ship dropping enemies right there. There are 2 Voteless currently chasing me, and I fucking hit that button. That's crazy. But it is working. They are making it. I think, did all 3 of that first batch make it? That's crazy. That's kind of sadistic. No one from the second batch made it, but you know. 3 out of 6 is pretty good, considering we had enemies dropping on us while I was doing that. I did kind of realize I don't want to fight that shit. It's going to take a while, so I'm going to head all the way towards the lowest point of the map where there's another Illuminate camp. I'm stimming for stamina because I have full supply pack, and I just need speed more than anything else right now. But yeah, I think the other thing with bots is like a lot of times in patrols you can kill all the ones that will be able to call a reinforcement, but a lot of times you do that with like a marksman rifle. So we'll see if I'm able to do that when I try it. When I try like this mission type against the bots with just supply pack grenade launcher. And by the way, if you're wondering like, am I like advocating for the nerf of the grenade launcher? Yes, I am, but not to the extent that you're probably thinking. I just want them to revert the change and bring it back to medium penetration, because right now there isn't really any point in here. I really wanted to shoot this guy. I tried to like kick the grenade back to him at the exact time, but I waited for my grenade launcher to not break the rules of challenge. Yeah, I think they should revert the change, not because I honestly, if they leave it alone, that's fine if they buff everything else, but I don't think that's going to happen because the pick rate for the grenade launcher has gone up significantly. So I think what's going to happen is that they are either going to revert the change, which I'm fine with. That's awesome. That is like what I would be hoping for. Or they are going to nerf the grenade launcher's damage, which is what I'm not hoping for, which would be bad and would feel bad because right now the grenade launcher its damage barely hits like certain breakpoints. I'll try and like get the numbers, and I'll talk about it more in depth in a different video. But I'm worried they are going to effectively neuter the weapon, and I don't want that to happen. I would much rather the grenade launcher still be a viable option. I just want it to no longer be the absolute best in slot weapon on every single front. But maybe that's maybe the community feels differently. We'll see. I don't know. I think I don't really know much about the build pad actually. I was gonna comment on it, but I haven't really used it. So I might try and do a video with that at some point. See how it feels and talk about it. I know people have like mixed reactions on it. It seems very polarizing. Some people say it is made completely obsolete by the current grenade launcher. Some people say it is surprisingly good given how much the community has trash talked it. I haven't used it, so I can't really form my own opinion yet. Or well, I have used it a little bit just because I was like, oh, might as well try it out. You know, paid for the war bond, so might as well try it out. But I really only used it like a little bit, and it was just because I don't know, just try it out. It wasn't in a solo game or anything. It was just playing with friends. Oh yeah, also, the majority of my playtime in this game is like playing with friends or like playing in random public lobbies. I have always, or not always, but for the majority of the time I've been playing, I've been able to solo, and I have done this like, I don't know, I soloed a couple times a year ago just to like see how it is. I thought it was alright. And I've only recently started playing solo more, like kind of predominantly now, to record videos for this, just because it is enjoyable, and I would like to kind of build a community and kind of showcase my credentials before I start commentating on what I think might. I was close. Commentating on what I think might change with the game or need to be changed, whatever. Before I start making videos talking about like balance decisions, I guess, and like stuff like that. I wanted people to have the context of being like, okay, this player is good enough to solo. Maybe I should put some stock in his words. And that's kind of what I've been doing. I have no clue where those dudes went. They were like chilling at the top of the hill, and now they're going back, and now, I don't know. Maybe they make it, maybe they don't. At that point, it's not my fault. Oh, I die, maybe? Nope. I hit it once. Tagged it once. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It would also be very funny if I'm like, hey, the grenade launcher is best in slot on every single front, and then I failed to do it on the bot front. It would be pretty funny. It would be kind of embarrassing. I think someone could probably. I don't think it'd be that hard. Like, it might struggle with hulks a little bit, but oh, here I commit. I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna spam grenades. One of them's gonna hit. Not a single one was shot high enough for it. What a shame. What an idiot move. But luckily, there's nothing around me, so I'm kind of just chilling. I can pick up all my shit previously. But yeah, I mean, Illuminate, really easy. They literally just have less content. There's no Mega Nest right now, which is one of the big things that make them kind of a pushover. Because the Mega Nest and the Fortress can take a hefty amount of time depending on your loadout. And the Illuminate, you never ever have to deal with that. At most, it's those heavy warp ship camps that are just 3 of them. And a lot of those, you can just drop an orbital laser, which will guarantee you get all 3 of them. So, kind of is what it is. Again, this guy's back. This time I've learned my lesson. I go over here. I hit him on the first shot there. I was just wasting ammo after that. Give myself a couple little fireworks as celebration. Yep. Now I don't realize this yet, but I'm pretty sure all these people I'm letting out, there's a patrol right at the top of this hill, and they're all just dying. Maybe I'm losing my mind. Maybe that wasn't this game. We'll see. These 3 make it, and then this. Oop, fuck me. Well, time to go to a different objective. Oh, I get fucking 29 out of 30. And then I watched the last dudes die there. That sucks. The Voteless got him. Oh, that was close. Quick dodge right into the beam. That might actually be my thumbnail. I need to start using stills from the video, because originally I was doing like this weird thing where I would like salute and then take like a screenshot, and I don't think that was the move. And then for my 2 videos on Illuminate, I did like I just loaded up a blitz and just fucking full cleared that shit and just took some like action shots just because in stuff that I used in both videos, so that it would kind of look like I got those from the videos. Yeah, but I'm gonna try and use stills this time. See how it feels. Let me know what you guys think. I know, like, I always ask for like feedback, but yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not getting a lot of feedback. So feel free. I did see someone said they're always excited to see underrated channels, and they wanted to play with me. I think that's an interesting idea. I think that I might try and make like a Discord community or something, so that I can play with people who are interested in playing together, and you guys could play with each other as well. That's the biggest downside of the grenade launcher right there, like shit bouncing back. Because that was egregious, right off the chest to a Voteless. Like, that was kind of crazy to me, but whatever. I just need one dude to make it, so I'm hitting these buttons and I'm hoping for the best. I think this is where there's like an entire patrol just chilling up there, and I just send all these people to their death. I definitely just, cost of doing business right there. Also cost of doing business. Yep, there's just fucking an entire patrol up here. And here I'm like, I realize I've tried not to shoot him, but it doesn't matter. I just fucking kill him anyways. Yep, this is pretty bad. This is like, if I had done a test run, or like if I had run this more than one time, I probably wouldn't have used this take. It took everything in me not to hit the button and send more people to their deaths right there. I am kind of cognizant now. I'm like, hey, I need to kill like everything here. But I mean, what other support weapon is killing everything right there? Like 30 kills, just like that in one clip, and then you can also use it to fucking kill any heavy you want as well. Like, that's kind of crazy. How is this in the same like category as like the fucking sterilizer and shit? You know what I mean? This, like, the grenade launcher is obscenely good right now. It's wild. I cannot think of another support weapon that like does this job as well as the grenade launcher and is able to kill large enemies as well. It's just it feels too good. I started using this before we started playing on Cyberstan, or started using it a lot before we started playing on Cyberstan. When we had like the Devastator surge on Cyberstan, or no, not on Cyberstan. It was on Short Bay, I think. On the build up to Cyberstan, this shit was awesome. I really should have made a video there, because you could do like the Eradicate automatons, bring grenade launcher supply pack, and just shoot at the bellies of the dropships, and you could solo an entire mission in like 3 minutes. It was incredible. If I was smarter, I would have done that a lot more to level my guns faster. Because right now I think I'm carrying around like the Pummeler SMG. I'm carrying it around because it sucks, and I don't really want to use it, so I'm just getting 3 levels on it while I fuck around with the grenade launcher. Anyways, yeah, the grenade launcher is really good. It's kind of absurdly good. Try it out on the bug front for sure. It's like at its strongest there, but try it out on Squids as well. I think if this was complemented even just a little bit by other things, like, I think a really good build. Especially if you're running supply pack, because you can bring like Thermites, or no, just Thermites pretty much. You can just toss Thermites onto the warp ship shields, and it will kill it through the shield. So you don't have to do that weird like thing where you're sitting there shooting the opening of a warp ship for 10 years. But look at all these Voteless. Like, this is just easy pickings for the fucking grenade launcher. That's kind of sketchy. I'm like pre-stimming and everything, and it saved my life there. That shit fucking deleted my health for like the 2 seconds, or 0.2 seconds it was on me. I'm running to this last objective. It's these last warships. These last 2 ones. Encampments. So they are called camps. These are the last objectives. After this, I am done. I think that destroys it for me, which is very nice. I didn't even know that could happen. Yeah, I think Thermites would be really good. I think you could run basically any automatic weapon with this, and it would also work really well. If you wanted to get kind of spicy with it, you could do the variable, because that'll one-shot, whatchamacalls them, the harvesters, the tripods, with the volley mode right into their eye. So then you have literally something for everything, and it's a hit scan weapon. I think it probably is still projectile, but it's way faster projectile. So you can use it for anti-air against all the flying overseers that I was having troubles with. You can use it to kill the watchers, which will summon reinforcements. Like, I know that like using just the grenade launcher showed me struggling a little bit, but if you you have the rest of your loadout to bring whatever you need to make up for it. Like, you can bring the machine gun sentry and the Gatling sentry, and then this becomes a literal like true cakewalk, because you can kill literally anything they drop on you, and you can just drop sentries wherever you want. It's kind of crazy. The grenade launcher is really, really, really strong, and no different on the Illuminate. It is still probably best in slot. Yeah, it's just really, really good. Let me know what you guys want to see next. I'm obviously going to probably upload a couple more videos with supply pack grenade launcher on the other fronts, but I'm thinking, I know there's cyborgs on Mintoria or whatever the plan is right now, so I could go do that. I can also play against Predator Strain. If you want me to play against Predator Strain, I can also, I mean, I can do whatever. It doesn't really matter to me. Yeah, I mean, right now I'm literally just like farming kills while I'm waiting for the Pelican to land. Yeah, the Illuminate, easy day, very doable with supply pack grenade launcher. You don't need anything else, but it does leave you wanting some other things, because it would be nice. I think like a secondary would be pretty good too, like the Redeemer, or I mean, hell, you could even use the Saber or whatever it's called, because a lot of like the issues that you get on top of you are like Voteless, which you can absolutely kill with these. Yeah, grenade launcher is really strong. It's strong on this front, probably will be strong in the other ones. Tune in tomorrow to find out, probably. It will be very, very funny if I'm unable to do it, because then tomorrow's video will just start with like, well, we failed the grenade launcher supply pack challenge, so we are going to do something else. And if you're like binge watching this, that would be very funny whiplash. I hope it's not that bad though. I can't imagine I've used the grenade launcher on bugs recently, and it's pretty good. Like, I could probably do it with just that. Bots may be a little tricky just because of like hulks. I'm probably gonna try and do the same mission type as well, the extract civilians, just for like comparison sake, because all the fronts have that same mission. I think it's one of the only missions that all the fronts share, and it's still, even then, still a little bit different on the Illuminate, just because it has like I forget what it's called. Oh, it only has like one of the sub objectives for the main objective, but kind of is what it is. All right, let's see these stats and then get out of here. I got 854 kills, 5 deaths, 68 stims used. Yep. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. See ya.